Hi, I'm Rachael-Jayne from theyinproject.com. A person who has a great amount of personal presence has a huge advantage in many ways. People can connect with them more easily. People seem to be more attracted to them. They have a huge business advantage because they find it easier to meet people, to be seen by the right people at the right time. They also have an air of confidence or credibility that is there, and they may not even be a credible source about what they're speaking about, but they seem to because they have a lot of personal presence. So who wouldn't want more of that? There are many different things to look at when cultivating more of this personal presence, but today I want to share 2 keys that will help you attract more of the attention you want, more of the attention that you deserve, without trying so hard to get it, which a lot of women do. So what do I mean by personal presence? There are some women who walk into a room and have an air of confidence and warmth about them that's attractive. And there are others that frequently comment saying, "No one ever remembered I was there." One has personal presence and one doesn't have so much of it. You might have heard of the term stage presence. My background is as a professional singer, so I studied and taught a lot about stage presence, and that's when someone has that it factor. It's something that's very difficult to quantify, but something that's attractive, that draws you in to them. Like, I want to know more about that person, or there's something that just pops out at me when I see them on stage. So take stage presence off the stage and you have personal presence. So my invitation to you today, as we're going through these keys, is to ask yourself, am I shrinking to fit in any rooms that I walk into? Do I move and walk in a big way, in a presence that doesn't intimidate or dominate the environment, but that I can be there and stand in my power, strength, and presence? Do you? It's something that's really worth having a look at. So key number 1, a woman's power and magnetism grows when she connects to her feminine essence. When she's connected to her feminine essence, she's seen more easily. But in the pursuit of equality and power with men, women have taken on a more masculine role without realizing it or realizing the consequences. So let's look at this from an energetic and physical perspective for a moment. When I run seminars and I tell the women in the room to feel their power, feel their strength, feel their unshakable groundedness, often what will happen is they'll start puffing up their shoulders in front of me. Their eyes will be closed and they start to breathe into their chest and into their shoulders and down their arms. And it's sort of culturally what we feel in the body when we think of power and strength. However, this is where the masculine energy runs through our body a lot of the time. Instead of connecting to our feminine, we connect to our masculine. So sometimes when people are working in a business setting where there's a lot of men in the room, we puff up our shoulders, we put on this cloak of masculine power to try and match it. And it doesn't work. It either pushes them away, there starts to get friction because it's male against a male energy, rather than understanding the power of the feminine. And the feminine energy runs through the lower part of our body, through our hips and pelvis and down our legs into the ground. So when connecting with your feminine presence and power, feel more of your lower body. Feel that connection to your hips, pelvis, and your womb space. There is a lot of power down there, and start to think of it from that perspective rather than, okay, I'm feeling powerful. When a woman disconnects from her feminine essence, she disconnects from her vibrancy, her warmth, her radiance, and as a result is noticed a lot less. So understanding how the feminine energy moves in your body is really important and worth some discovery. We do a lot of this work and experience the feminine energy a lot through the feminine power programs in the Yin Project, and particularly the feminine spirituality and leadership program. Key number 2 is feel your greater energetic presence. And we all have a physical body, but we have an energetic presence that surrounds us. Some people call it an aura or an energetic field. One of my clients calls it the invisible hamster ball, because it goes out from your body to further than an arm's length, maybe a hand or two outside of your arm's length. So if you imagine that you're not just this body, but as you walk into a room or starting to feel your presence, you feel all of this as you. So do that right now. I want you to feel the energy first in your hands. So maybe you want to rub your hands together for a little bit as you're watching me on the computer or wherever you're watching me. And then hold them together or hold them a little bit apart and just feel that energy that is circulating in your hands and between your hands. You can feel the energetic presence around your hands. And that's what I mean. So start to feel that maybe through some of the rest of your body, and that goes out past your arms. So I can sit here and actually feel into my energetic presence, which radiates off my body. And I can start to sit in that versus just sit in my little body here. Okay, here I am. I can expand and feel the greater expanse that I am. And when someone does that, musicians and dancers, actors know this very well. They feel their energetic body and energetic presence just as much as their physical body. So practice that today as you're walking around, meeting people. The 2 keys. 1, connect to your feminine power, your feminine essence, versus puffing up and putting on this invisible cloak of masculinity. And 2, feel into the greater energetic presence that you are. And if you want more resources on this, there is plenty to be found at theyinproject.com. The Yin, Y-I-N project.com, like yin and yang, masculine and feminine. I want to support communities of women to connect to their feminine power. Thanks, and we'll talk to you again soon.